Chess, Wesley So wins $350,000 Sinquefield Cup as world champion. Gukesh fails again. Every game among the top 7 finishers was halved, despite a regulation in the event forbidding agreed draws. The $350,000 Sinquefield Cup is one of the most iconic annual events in the chess calendar. Part of the Grand Chess Tour and named after the St. Louis billionaire Rex Sinquefield, who has been the most generous individual sponsor in all chess history, it will be remembered for Fabiano Caruana's 7-7 start in 2014 and his record 30-98 tournament performance, for Ding Liren's victory ahead of Magnus Carlsen in 2019, and, most of all, for the controversial 2022 Carlsen-Hans Niemann alleged cheating scandal. For 2025, the organizers introduced a 4-player tour final at São Paulo next month, and the jockeying for position for that dominated the action. At the end, Caruana and Wesley So, US, and Praggnanandhaa Rameshbabu, India, tied with 5.5-9, ahead of Levon Aronian, US. 5. Maxime Vachier-Lagrave, France, Jan-Krzysztof Duda, Poland, and Sam Sevian, US, 4.5, the world champion Gukesh Dommaraju, India, for Alireza Firouzja, France, 3.5, Nodirbek Abdusattorov, Uzbekistan, 2.5. The first 3 plus Vachier-Lagrave got the final qualification spots, but So missed out due to subpar performances earlier in the tour, while Gukesh again disappointed. The speed playoff, which took place after the arbiter rejected a request from the players that the title be shared, ended So 1.5, Caruana 1, Praggnanandhaa 0.5. So had previously won the Sinquefield Cup in 2016, but the former Filipino plays fewer events nowadays, although his success in St. Louis has raised him to world number 7 in the live ratings. He will miss next week's FIDE Grand Swiss in Samarkand, and joked, "Now they have a tough, meat-grinder tournament in Uzbekistan while I get to rest." The key game of the event was So's final round victory against the Thailander Abdusattorov, which brought him into a tie with Caruana and Praggnanandhaa. After winning it, So gave thanks to God, his mother, and England's Gawain Mararoa-Jones, whose book Coffeehouse Repertoire 1E4 recommends the opening line which So chose against Abdusattorov. "It's actually a very risky line," he said. "If black plays perfectly, white is even a bit worse, but I thought I had to risk it." The highlight of the game is white's marathon king march from G1 to B3 before launching the decisive push of his king's side pawns. It is a subtle and impressive strategy, characteristic of So at his best. The tournament regulations forbade agreed draws, yet every one of the 21 games among the top 7 was halved. How come? GMs have become adept at tacit agreements to hoover everything bar bare kings off the board, as a less provocative alternative to early threefold repetitions like the Berlin Wall. It may be better for 2026 if the Sinquefield Cup was restored to its place as the climax of the Grand Chess Tour and as a tribute to a legendary chess sponsor.